Taurus, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. I just did a collective reading and I forgot to wish everyone a happy St. Patrick's Day. So, happy St. Pat's, Taurus. Enjoy the day. It's a day of celebration. It's a day to feel a little bit of that old Irish luck. So, and if you're watching this after St. Pat's, I hope that you are navigating the eclipse energies with ease and with grace. Let's see what the themes are for you for the second half of March. We're going to take a look at the recent past, the current energies, and the immediate future. All right. Thank you, Spirit, for presiding over this reading for Taurus. This is what we may have forgotten. Oracle deck. I want to see what is coming out here for you. Get my glasses on. There's a lot of details in these. Ooh, we have card number 44, the Akashic Records. Now, the Akashic Records is another dimension where it is all the recordings in the annals of time, everything that ever has or will be in its entirety. Can you imagine a library that vast? It's very hard for us to imagine what that would feel like or be like in a three-dimensional consciousness. So you could have access to the Akashic Records in your dream time. You also could be tweaking contracts at this time. And I do believe that because life is fluid, so too is spirit. So you could be renegotiating things. Again, we have these blueprints that we come into life with. That's like basically saying to a friend, if you want to compare it, let's meet up at this date at this time. But then when it draws closer, you're like, actually, this time period would work better for me. I know we made this plan, but this is what I mean by variables and timing changing. There could be a divine timing at play around a contract in your life. I'm getting that already. Woo! Taurus, you're clear. I feel like the receptivity, I'm feeling you. Sometimes energies come in and it's kind of hard to read, but this is very clear. I feel like you could even be talking to your guides about, can we please just tweak this? Like, I feel like you're maybe even not even is about you and another. It's you going to your guides with this, wanting information. And anytime I've wanted an Akashic reading, I actually am desperate for an answer that I know I'm not accessing within. And some of you are reaching out to people that are readers to find out the blueprint or the pre-birth plan around something going on in your life right now. Interesting. That's why I love different decks. And 44 is a call to spirit. It's like, pick up the phone. You got the number for spirit. You need to have a conversation. Okay. Whether you're doing this literally or energetically, sometimes when I say literally having a conversation with spirit is literally having a conversation. We're talking about prayer. And now when we go into meditation, that's more listening to the messages from spirit. Prayer is an active way of communing with spirit. So again, you could be doing all of these things at this time, definitely being highlighted. Wow. I could do a 30-minute reading based on one card right now, apparently, for you, Taurus, because that's how tapped in you are. You are killing me here. And maybe it's the old luck of the Irish, right? Some of you watching, you're from Ireland. All right, Taurus, I'm feeling it. I love it when I get to earth signs because it's just like a breath of sight. Yeah, you're talking to your ancestors. You're getting guidance, divine guidance at this time around the Akash. Ooh, look at that. And you could be, look at that. Look at the position of these people meditating. Some of you are calling in loved ones that have passed. You're getting a lot of guidance at this time around a situation. And in general, on the path. We also, for the numerology, we have the card number 53, going into 7. This is a highly spiritual time for you, Taurus. A deeply spiritually activating time. You could have important events unfolding. Yeah, you're alchemizing. And now we have 24, which breaks down to 6, which is our soul contracts. Again, there's some sort of contract analysis, review, tweaking, changing, transforming. We have alchemy here. And whenever I see the alchemist, it truly is magic is afoot. There are changes really going on within you, Taurus, that could be unprecedented for you, spiritually speaking, that is. And I've been seeing all of you go through this beautiful rebirth in your lives, doing deep, deep inner healing work, activating more of the higher frequencies, higher consciousness, higher dimensional frequencies. And now some of you are accessing different planes different dimensional planes through the process of alchemy. Woo! Goodness. I like it a lot. Okay. I'm going to turn the heat down. I just turned on my heat pad because it's cold and rainy here in New England today. And I needed it. All right. Let's go into the tarot. Light Caesar's just been like, I never know what's at the bottom because I shuffle in between. We have the High Priestess at the bottom. Again, you're really tapping into the thinning of the veil right now. And we have a lot of Neptunian energies. We have Scorpio this evening for next few days. With the moon is going into the sign of Scorpio, sorry. So there's a lot of divination going on. Maybe even revisiting certain practices, whether it's prayer, meditation, or drawing of cards. You could be going, wow, I've been feeling this too, where the deeper parts of you that you began with in your spiritual journey, I feel like there's this amalgamation, right, of like the spiritual journey going on in the Lightworker community, where it's like you're revisiting practices of the past, things that maybe you have not been doing regularly, routinely. It's like, this is the time right now to really ground and center in your spiritual energy. And I see you doing that. It's beautiful. Ace of Wands, Three of Cups. Now that's some high vibe energy. High vibe energy amongst your soul family, amongst your soul tribe. You could have new people coming in. It's an ace. Especially Ace of Wands is a spirited new beginning with new people or people of the old, right? People you've known, but almost like a new energy is in the room amongst your soul tribe. Let me get one more shuffle here. Taurus. And I'm going to go as long as I like. That's what I love about the monthly and mid-monthly. I go as long as I like. I give you as much as I possibly can. I'm here to serve, right? So if you always wonder, wow, Jenna has long ones. Well, with spirit, there is no time. It's like, I just go where I'm led. And that's a message for you all. Go where you're led. Again, Three of Cups and strength. You're having to be courage around a situation, maybe involving a friend group or a friend in your life, or the beginning of something that feels like a friend, but could be more. We'll see. Three of Cups is a time of celebration. But with the strength, it's almost like, should I celebrate? Should I not? Again, I do feel like you're kind of going to spirit with some things at this time. Let's get the opportunity. No wonder you're wrapping up a cycle. A big one at that. Again, I feel like you're going into a powerful place within your own psychic powers, within your own spiritual journey. You're connecting with the ancestors. You could be doing a lot of generational trauma healing in your ancestry line. I'm hearing for some of you, it's mother wounds. Others of you, it's father wounds, caretaker wounds. But reward and recognition nonetheless. I mean, I love this because she's stepping through the threshold into a brand new beginning. It's also a signal, a mark of achievement. So the opportunity this month is for you to realize how far you've come. Let's go into the recent past. We have the Queen of Swords, the Nine of Cups, and the Sun. Oh, yay, Taurus. This is exercising a little bit of pragmatic energy around the things that make you happy, like being willing and receptive to jump into the unknown, to take risks, but to actually bring logic with you. I like the Queen of Swords energy for you in the recent past because you started to really take a look at the things that make you happy and you started to do more of those things. And also this is our strong air energy. So wherever you have air in your chart, Taurus, I feel like you started to really overemphasize that in your growth, which is overcoming a problematic mind. It could have been a shift in your mindset. It could have been overthinking a situation. Whenever we have the Queen of Swords, it's like time to temper the energy. Time to go inward, time to collect our thoughts, time to make wise, practical decisions. And I feel like whatever you did in the recent past, it really paid off because you found a lot of fulfillment and you found a lot of illumination. Again, a very strong spiritual message here. I do believe, no matter what's going on in our external reality, that if our internal reality is strong, life is so much brighter and lighter and filled with more joy. Because you have inner fulfillment and nothing and no one can take that away from you. Taurus, I feel you right now. I feel you. Oof. I feel like y'all are fired up about your lives because you crossed some sort of threshold within you. Yes, you did. Look at that. 9 of Pentacles. That's my queen energy of material fulfillment, success. This is, I can stand on my own 2 feet. Thank you very much. I know how to take care of myself. And I am wholly capable with an H. For I am whole. I think that you all have been challenging yourselves to reach for more fulfillment, more abundance, and making the decisions that lead to that. The wheel. Oh my goodness. Good fortune is at hand. I'm loving your energy. Look at that. 8 of Pentacles. Some of you are looking at how much time you've put into a project or to a work situation or to something. This is the passage of time, 8 of Pentacles, in our material reality. And then looking at it going, wow, you know, that kind of paid off. I'm glad I didn't give up. I'm glad I didn't give up. There's some powerful karmic changes coming in around your independence and your greater fulfillment and all the work you've done. Congratulations. It's almost like when you graduate, but you're getting high honors, Taurus. You're not just graduating, you're graduating with honors, okay? This is a universal marking point for you spiritually in your own evolution of the soul, your own growth. And I'm seeing it. It's like I've grown, I've matured, and I have created a very beautiful foundational structure that supports me and has a lot to do with your spiritual work, your spiritual practices, the things that you turn to in times of doubt, in times of uncertainty. That's what I'm getting. And when we do that, then we learn to build these safety measures and mechanisms of, you know what, no matter what happens. And this is the thing too, when people are like, Jenna, why are you so positive? Like you could have the worst things going on in your life, but you're still positive. I said, well, because I have faith. I have faith. And Taurus, oh, I'm getting goosies, because you have faith. You can get through anything with faith. 10 of Wands. And you know what? And you were dropping some sort of heavy burden, and it's around something that you have lost. So you can have a new beginning. And you too shall rise, Taurus. I feel like the journey has been hard. You've put a lot of time and effort into your independence, maybe to the point of hyper independence, which some of you, you know, I can relate. I understand, Taurus. My daughter is a Taurus moon. She's very, very sturdy, strong, resilient, right? Persevere. But, you know, I'm also seeing that you're like, a little love would be nice. You know, more love would be nice, please, universe. Can I have some more open-hearted people around me, please? Or it's like you're breaking open a bit, and I think you are asking for more, but not from a selfish place. You're just saying, you know, I'm ready now. I feel like you have been doing a lot of work behind the scenes, recovering from something, and now you're opening up, and you're kind of like, what's out there? You know, you've been working on dropping a heavy burden, coming from a place of maybe worry or lack around even material things, or emotional matters, feeling like something's off. And now I think you are opening up and wondering what's coming in. What am I drawing in? What am I calling and summoning to me through this beautiful energy of alignment? I'm getting aligned energy here for you. Let's go into where are we going to go? I'm going to do a theme. What is the theme for the second half energetically? Sacred geometry. Sacral chakra. All right. And I got another one. Delight. All right. Now I see what you're after. You're like, I could use a little more pleasure in my life, Jenna. And the pleasure that can come from having an open heart and welcoming in something new. Okay, let's read these. But it does look very pleasurable, whatever it is, or that's what you're after here. All right, you're like, I'm good. I'm really, really good. Don't get me wrong. But I could use a little more loving. This is wanting like maybe even affection. And that could come in any form. Usually for people that are single, it comes in the form of, I'm going to open up and date, or I'm really leaning on my animal, my pet. You know what I mean? They give me so much love and nurturing, or I want a new pet. There's something that you're calling in that's going to nurture you. And it feels like it's new, whether you're going to meet somebody and you're opening up to dating, or whether you want to deepen a connection where you feel a little bit of separation and you want a new beginning, a renewal of the love. Or you just want to enjoy and take more pleasures in your life because you've been working hard lately. And it's time for a break, okay? Some of you, it's simply, I need a break, spirit. I've been doing a lot of heavy lifting in my spiritual growth, in my work life, and I deserve to have some pleasure. All right, I'm getting that. Sacral chakra. The frequency of the sacral chakra, the orange flower of life, supports our ability to flow with our desires and stimulates our creative power to manifest success and abundance in our lives. So success, abundance, pleasure, delight, all of these things. So I think that you're calling in greater abundance and you're opening up to the possibility. Ace of Cups is a feeling of hopefulness. And it's a feeling of a renewal of love in your life and loving the path that you're on. We also have delight. The frequency of delight supports our capacity to create and experience feelings of intense joy and happiness. The more delight we feel, the more delight we evoke in others. Yeah. You're definitely calling in desire and creativity and more success, more abundance and greater joy and greater happiness. And I feel like it's all there for the taking. It's like ripe for the plucking. I think you are coming though from a place of where you were dissatisfied. And sometimes we need to go to those places in order to bounce back up again and go through a period of renewal and rebirth. And I see that happening. Let's go into the bottom of the deck now. And what you don't see coming. 6 of Pentacles, Page of Swords, 10 of Swords. All right. So you have a major, major chapter closing out at this time that you have learned a lot about what it means to give and take energy and wanting it to feel right for you. Like whatever you put into it, you're receiving back. Some of you that this comes down to your love life. Others of you, this is your life in general, your personal life in general. And others of you, this is your career. Like, I want there to be a spirit of generosity where, yes, I'm open to giving, but I also need to receive that as well, right? The joy, happiness, success, fulfillment, abundance. All right. This is good. I feel like you're on really solid, stable ground. The second half of I want to say the second half of Taurus, the second half of March. Yeah, and here we go. 4 of Wands. And the 9 of Cups. So some of you are really doubling down and you are deciding to commit to something new in your life, whether it's a new project or a new job. I mean, I'm seeing all this pentacle energy front and center here and some karmic changes to that, some good fortune. Some of you are getting a promotion or you're just seeing like tangible results in the amount of effort you put into certain aspects of your life. I think too, it's your mindset is shifting. Overall. And that's when magic can happen, when we start to shift our mindset. All right, let's go into, they want me to shuffle one more time. I want to clarify the world. Why is the world here for your opportunity? This is when also we balance out all the elements in our life's journey and we've gone through all the major arcana. So you've learned quite a few lessons along the way. But it's time to close out a cycle that had a lot to do with loss and learning from that loss. And learning from inequity around what you deserve and realizing, you know what, I need to change the way I perceive myself. And then I will find connections that will support that new sense of self. Page of Swords. Wow, you are willing to be the student, aren't you? You're growing and you're learning on the path. There's a certain amount of humility and you do have a new beginning in love here. Ace of Cups. Some of you are meeting new people. I think there's a little, I'm seeing it. This is it. No wonder you have the Queen of Swords because you've reached this really beautiful energy of logic. I'm going towards my self-satisfaction. I'm opening up to the universe. I'm happy. But then, you know, the more you open up, the more you're realizing that you have a tendency to stress out about, well, is this going to fall apart? Is this going to fail? Is this equal? It's almost like you're questioning and it's creating like this buildup of anxiety. So I think when it comes to stepping into the new here, as she is, right? She's opportunity, step into the new, close out the old cycle. I think it's been hard for you because the previous cycle, there was a lot of stress around opening your heart and trusting that. And I get it. This is when we have wounds of the past that can sometimes interfere with a new beginning. And it doesn't feel like unfinished business. We'll see how this progresses. It just feels like leftover fear. That's what it feels like. All right. But I think the thing too is you're showing me I'm aware. I'm aware, Jenna. I am aware because we have the Nine of Swords with the Page of Swords, right? That's 10 swords. So something definitely had an end for you to arrive at a new beginning. And I think Spirit is saying, two things are happening at once. It's like you're standing in a doorway and you see the door that you've closed behind you. And there's this strong wind, right? Of the wind wanting to keep that door open. And you're like, I'm going to shut this door. This door's going to stay shut. And it's not out of anger. It's more like, it's time to let that go. There's been so much drama around that. I'm getting that. I'm totally downloading right now. And I'm just I need to shut that door. That door, if I leave that door open, it's going to interfere with this new door that I've opened. Because this new door, it's here. It's called the Ace of Cups. Okay? And that's why the Ace of Cups is surrounded by the 10 of Wands and the 5 of Pentacles, because I think it took a lot for you to get to this place. But don't let a lot interfere with this place. And that's what I'm seeing you're kind of doing. You're like, what if? Well, what if? What if? But do you really want to call in your worst fears around something new because of your past experiences? All right. I feel like we're pretty clear about where you arrived at in the past, but let me just get one card over that. Queen of Pentacles. Awesome. You started to really ground in your own energy, Taurus, and it mattered to you. You're like, I have to work towards my own stability and security, and especially as it relates to what I have to be responsible for. The Queen of Pentacles combined with the Queen of Swords is really balanced energy between your air and earth energy, where you're not letting your mind get carried away. And you're in the here and now, and you're in a state of presence and a state of inner fulfillment. Okay, remember? Spiritual practices. So you got there. But something's kind of hijacking that grounded sense of self. But even in this current energy, Spirit's like, can you adapt to the changes of life and stay grounded in your own energy as you work toward building something new? Can you sustain balance and inner harmony and integrity no matter what comes towards you, Taurus? You're being tested to stay grounded in the changes. Let's see. You are passing the test. When I say you're graduating with high honors, let me get that medal, please. Thank you for Spirit. It's like you're navigating, and I'd say you're passing the test. Okay, you're passing the test. All right, I'm gonna give you a pat on the back. I'm getting goosies because you're like, thank you, Jenna. It's been hard earned, but I've been learning my lessons, and I'm putting them into practice, and I'm starting to trust the path. And that's the hardest part of life. I think, if anything, all of the energies lately this year have been calling the Lightworker community, the collective, to trust in the work we've done, trust in the divine flow. All right. Let me get some more, though. I feel like there's another one. Ooh, we got the 4. I think you're headed towards something stable, but you're like, does it align? Does it really align with what I want? Because you're looking at it and you're like, is this really what I called in? You're really evaluating something in your life pretty hardcore about whether it fits you. Yeah. And also, like I said, that door, that past door with all the winds, right? Some of it was like gale force. I think that you're really feeling like, okay, I've overcome a chapter. It's like, this is you breaking cycles, overcoming a cycle. In fact, at this point, I want to see what the major affirmation is around this. What is the major affirmation at this time for Taurus around this? It looks like you're breaking a pattern. Yeah, and this is it. This is it. This is the heart of it, and I felt it. I deserve to show myself the love and attention I give to others, and that's what you learned. I deserve to show myself the love and attention that I give to others. And I am okay with not being okay. I think for a while you weren't okay. They said, look at the bottom of the deck too. I can create the life that I desire. Even if it means sometimes you're not okay, Taurus. This is called self-trust. And your victory lies in that pursuit. And you did it. You did it. High honors. I'm loving this, Taurus. Oh, I love it when people arrive at this place, because once you have self-trust, that is everything. You can navigate. You're talking to Spirit here. You got your ancestors with you, beside you, your spiritual legion, your spiritual legion, your spiritual army protecting you. as you alchemize all the pain, worry, stress, and anxiety of the past. What you learn now is self-trust and keeping your heart open. All right, let's see. Knight of Cups. Ooh la la. Yeah, you got something coming towards you. You got something Oh, Mercury. Mercury, will you please just sit in a corner, okay? I'm trying to talk. Mercury retrograde, it makes my words just all kerfluffle. Interesting. Taurus, we got to talk here. I see. Like I said, two things are happening at once. Whenever we head towards a new beginning, it is a reckoning and an acknowledgement that the past is over. That the past, whatever that was, it's time to lay it to rest. Because you have a Knight of Wands in reverse and you have a Knight of Cups coming towards you. So it's like you're saying goodbye to one thing that you used to want. And maybe part of you's in disbelief that you no longer want that. Because you really tried to have that. But you had to say no to it. And now you're breaking the cycle. And you're shutting that door. And you're welcoming in the new. And it's like there's a lot happening at once here for you. And I think you're just trying to stay grounded. Like, breathe. Okay. Woosah. You know? Because I think there could just be a lot going on in your life at this time as you close out a cycle and you open the door to some really new, exciting things. It looks like you're calling in some new, exciting things. But I think you're struggling here. The Five of Wands is there's this struggle, I think. Maybe you don't want to shut the door to the past, but you know you have to. There's a challenge here. And also, this is also the fear of being vulnerable, the fear of opening up our hearts and trusting in something new again. But what do we talk about all along here? You've gained self-trust, so why doubt yourself now? Why doubt the path? Why doubt what your spirit is telling you, what your legion of ancestors and angels and guidance is telling you? I think there's a part of you that says, I'm not ready for something, but that something is here. So there must be a part of you ready for it. I think there's this fear around surrendering to something, even though it's knocking at your door. I think you're worried that you just want to be making an informed decision. And I think there's this fears coming up around not trusting your decisions. And I think you should trust what you feel. If you really go deep into the heart and you have a new opportunity coming in. I mean, the Knight of Wands in reverse is being worried that this has no staying power. And then trying to fend off the fears that come up around that. And the fear of something becoming hard before it even begins. So be careful what you bring in from the past and the way you look at something that's starting fresh for you. It's basically when we learn from life's fateful endings, and then that burn or whatever it is, being afraid. It's like what happens after that. You know, we always get to that happy ending, you know, where, you know, someone's like overcome so much in their life and they're triumphed and they find somebody new and they head off into the sunset. But we don't really always talk about, well, what happens? Like, that's when sometimes we have to dig deep and face our greatest fears to let love in again. And I feel like that's what you're trying to do. Let's see what you don't see coming here. What you've learned about equal give and take and staying in aligned action here. This wants to come out in reverse. Ooh, Six of Swords in reverse. This is the tide of transition and kind of being stuck on the path. You may feel like you still have one foot in the past. Huh. Interesting. Ten of Wands, dropping a heavy burden. Something's gotten hard for you. It's almost like, are you trying to take somebody with you that you can't? Is it just the energy? We have the Magician here. You're in a powerful period of manifestation here. And I think that it's like you're trying hard to move on and let go. Move on and let go. Move on and let go. And I think that's what Spirit's telling you. It's time to give to something new. But there's almost like, I don't know if you are experiencing delays and setbacks and like it's not moving forward it's not aligning with your vision. We got 2 10 of Wands here and the 10 of Swords. So I feel a lot of you've already left something behind, but it's been hard to actually make peace with that and really leave it behind. Because you're in this powerful period of manifestation. I feel like I think what's happening is, you've experienced some sort of setback recently and it kind of like completely discouraged you. And then you started to question everything. So be careful because it feels like there's some past things that are coming in to haunt you. And it doesn't mean literal people from the past. It's just the energy of fear and insecurity and doubt around really trusting what's unfolding in your life at this time. And that's what it feels like here. Let me get, and what did we say? I deserve to show myself the love and attention I give to others, right? I'm okay with not being okay. There's something that's kind of like a fork in the road here, where you feel like some past energies are kind of coming back in. But again, it doesn't feel like a literal person coming in, but it feels like the fear around you could be repeating something. What do you need right now? What do you need right now? Actually, I'm getting guided to pull Intuitive Soul Whispers. I just want to see what they say. Give me a message here because I feel like Taurus really needs the support right now. Trust yourself. Thank you, Spirit. Because I was you're making me doubt you here and trusting yourself. But you can do this. Soar, honeys. Soar. Trust yourselves. Okay? Your soul knows. And you're saying, no. But you've got all this beautiful energy you aligned with in your whole soul. And we do this all the time. Why do we do this as light workers? Like, I'm so locked in, I'm tapped in. Zippity-doo-dah, like, I got it. I trust myself. And then something comes and you're like, I don't trust anything. I got it. Like, I'm pulling cards every day. I don't know. I'm watching 10 readings. Like, I don't know. Go within. Get quiet. This is when I get so quiet. It's almost painfully quiet. Don't talk to anyone. You need to talk to you. You need to commune with you. Like we're talking, that's what silence is for, my dears. That's when you need to meditate. Go into your Zen mode. The gears on a bike, right? There's the Zen mode. And the Zen mode is where all the answers come through. But you have to be still. So there's something that you are being guided to trust yourself. Your soul knows. And it's the wisdom of the solar plexus. So there's something around your own empowerment. If you feel a decrease in energy or a decrease in your vibration over anything you're opening up to that's new, and it's beyond past baggage, okay? You've looked at it, you've dropped it. It's not interfering with the new. Then something might be off that you're starting to be aware of. And if you ignore it, you could be repeating a pattern from the past. So is this a test? Or is this just a need to drop the past? I'm getting that you need to trust yourself when it comes to opening up your heart. You see the heart chakra behind this hawk? And this is seeing things from a higher perspective. And we have the winged angels and the angelic kingdom coming in telling you, Taurus, your soul knows. You know that feeling when you just know what you know without doubting or questioning or trying to figure it out? It's going to come to you. It's going to come to you. All right. Now, I'm going to give you some advice because I feel like you really need it right now because I'm even lost here. I'm lost for you because I'm like, I feel like you could be overthinking something, but I'm trying to get to the root of this. Let me get to the root of this. What is the advice? I think you're opening up to something, but because there's stress, you're not sure if it's because it's wrong, it's not the right thing for you, or it's just bringing up stuff for you to heal from the past. So let's get a clear answer, okay? I'm going to do my best to help you here. But you also got to do the work to get quiet and to open up to spirit and to listen to your own divine guidance around this situation, okay? All right, Taurus. Wow, you guys put me through my paces here. Putting me through my paces today. And I've got a very itchy nose. And I'm wishing that I had other decks. But it is what it is because I have decks around. That's what the weeklies are for, okay? I'm going to be starting to do weeklies for each sign, and we're going to go into multiple aspects for each week. So just you wait for that. It's going to help you in the interim. And those, when I have them coming in, are really going to help you, Taurus. So don't worry. If you feel like things are in flux right now. We're going to get clear. I'm going to help you. All right. And for those of you who need a personal reading, I'm always here and available if you need guidance. I grabbed this upside down. And that's a message too. Be careful the way you're looking at something. This is when we overemphasize what's wrong, and that gets emphasized versus what's right. So this is upright. Two of Pentacles. I think you're back and forth about a situation. You're not sure what to do. Five of Wands, because it's been a battle. It's been like you've been on this long marathon ride trying to close out a cycle. It feels like you've had a very difficult time letting go of someone or something from the past. It's been a heavy burden. Death. And this has also served your complete and utter transformation of yourself and your life and how you trust yourself or not. We have the Eight of Swords, the Page of Cups, and the Five of Pentacles. I can't help but think, Taurus, because of Venus in retrograde, because you were ruled by Venus, I'm going to take note of that. This feels very much like the Libra energy reading, where you could be getting communication from someone, Eight of Swords, coming in with an apology. And Five of Pentacles, it's somebody that you left out in the cold, that you might have had an ending with. And right now, you could already be in a new beginning. And somebody's coming back in a different energy, and you're like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. I honestly don't know what to do. And this is why I started out with there could be a contract being rewritten. This is when we're unsure about the choices that we need to make here in a situation, in a new beginning. Do I really let go of this from the past? Do I let it back in? This may not even be two people. It could be literally, do I go it alone, or do I let this back in? Interesting. The Eight of Swords is also getting trapped. And if it's not about anything coming back with Venus in retrograde, this feels like a similar energy with somebody new. And the Eight of Swords is like, am I getting trapped in a situation where I'm dealing with someone who's not as emotionally available or emotionally mature? Because Page of Cups is either a new beginning, it's small, but you're worried about fear of failure, or it's an actual energy that you're working with that isn't as mature as you thought. And you're like, oh my God, am I getting trapped in a situation, in a new beginning? This is like, pull the parachute cord, okay? And this is also when it comes to anything in your life, if it feels unstable and you're dealing with an energy that isn't in alignment with what you envision, what you are calling in, and it's too hard, then you got to be strong enough to close out the cycle and put an end to it. Okay. And I also think that's what this endurance test has been around all the karmic lessons. And I feel you. I'm Libra. You and I have been I've been running alongside you in this marathon. Like, let's unpack the karma. Come on, let's do it. The karma. I don't know. I'm getting a different, and I'm like running with you. I'm like, this is exhausting. Okay. Get a cup of water. Okay. Let's keep going. And it's like, let's unpack the karma. Okay. Let's be careful, but you're at the finish line now. And it's like, Spirit's like, what have you learned? And you could be getting one final test. And it all hinges on self-freaking trust. That's what you've been learning. Self-trust. About what's right for you, what's going to lift your vibration higher, or what's going to drag you down and leave you stuck. And I think what you're realizing is when it comes to any opening of your heart in love, it's got to align. And when you start getting all up in your head, it's because something's not aligning. So I think that, Libra's been trying to learn how to read the room, read the energy, and trust what you sense, not what you think. It's more about what you truly sense. What do your spidey senses say about this? When you're around this person or you're communicating, how's the energy feel once this person came into your life? Do you feel like everything's working out and expanding your life, or are you getting stressed the F out? So that's what Spirit's saying. It's like you've been in these situations before, Taurus. Whether it's someone returning or you're dealing with somebody right now where you're like, oh, this feels very similar. You get a chance to do it differently. But you're getting challenged right now. We got double world. So you're trying to close out a cycle so you can really go into this beautiful new energy of rebirth. But the ending is so freaking hard. I mean, we have the Ten of Wands twice. So I know it's time to rest your burdens and let go of the past and welcome in the new and trust yourself along the way. Okay. Let's get a final message of, you got this. That's why you needed some extra time, because I want you to trust yourself. Trust what you know. Wait, what did I say? I think I put them away. Trust yourself. Actually, they said don't do that. We're going to read trust yourself. I'm going to read these two. Your soul knows and trust yourself. Okay? You're going to be different because this feels like you're getting tested. Trust is not given, it is earned. This applies to other people, but also to yourself. Do you trust that you will make the right choices for yourself? Do you trust that you will guide yourself away from trouble and onto the right path? If there is even a small doubt, let's work on earning back your whole trust. Ultimately, no one knows you better than you know yourself. So you must strengthen your internal trust to feel empowered in the world. What does trust really mean to you? Safety, truth-telling, etc. When you learn your own definition of trust, you can then begin to build on it. By trusting yourself, it is much easier to trust the world around you. And that's what you've been working on. Ask yourself these 3 questions. Who do I trust most in the world? Why do I trust that person? How does that trust make me feel? And how can I trust myself more fully? So this is a practice to how to trust yourself. All right. Beautiful work. All right, now let's go to 33. Your soul knows. Listen to the whispers of your soul. Beneath the layers of confusing thoughts and daily patterns of behavior, there is guidance that is helping to navigate your way through life. You might not always be aware or listening, but one way or another, it is guiding you to learn the lessons you're supposed to learn, grow, and the ways you're supposed to evolve and experience life just as you are. Trust is not to say you don't have a huge amount of choice in the way you live your life. You do. But you also have a supportive, guiding voice that is within you, whispering. You can choose to follow the deep inner guidance or push against it and make your life more challenging. Choose the supportive path and listen to the whispers. The soul works through feeling rather than thinking. It is the sensation you notice when you have a life choice to make, the internal nudge that allows you to know what you truly want. Sometimes it goes against logical thinking and it's not what you want to hear. Other times it makes decisions easy. Do you allow yourself to follow the inner knowing rather than the logical thought? The choice is always yours. Next time you have a decision to make, take a breath, close your eyes, and feel the direction your soul is guiding you in. Your soul knows. That was beautiful. I'm glad we got that. But I'm just going to pull the card. We're not going to read it. I'm going to intuit the final messages because you guys are just going to get my all today. And that's what you need to give your all to the things that you're calling in, to trust your decisions. All right? You're nearly there. I think you're being tested here to close out a cycle called trust. All right? That's the class you've been in, self-trust. And I'm right here with you. I'm a Libra. I get it. All right? We share Venus. We're in retrograde right now. Wow. This energy doesn't want to come out. All right. We're going to talk about it. This is about love. I'm going to go with where, and believing in the magic of love. Okay? And your personal freedom when it comes to love and what you want to focus on and creating an inner sanctum, an inner sanctuary around that and protecting that and being generous in your growth at this time and on the beauty of life. I feel like as long as you navigate your life, believing in the magic of love and exercising your own personal freedom and focusing on your inner being, you will have plenty of energy to give to other people. You will grow in ways that create a beautiful life. So I feel like you have all this energy available to you. Don't get stuck in the mind, okay? Break free of that. Your personal truth is in what you feel and what you sense, Taurus. If anything, that is what you've been learning all along, okay? Namaste, my dears. You got this, all right? I'll see you soon in the weeklies.